Praise the sun. Praise the sun. Praise the sun. Praise the sun.
Hello Internet, I am Daniel from Cinema Brawls, the show where we put two movies head to head to see which one comes out on top. And today you are watching Daniel Plays Dark Souls and Rants About Movies. And before we get started, just a reminder, please like and subscribe and share this video with all your friends. This is fun for me and I hope it's fun for you. Anyway, let's get into this. Alright. Where am I? Cinema Brawls. We'll see you in town. Oh, yes. So, I'm sorry, it's been a minute since I recorded one of these videos, so I'm trying to reorient myself. Okay. So today, we are going to be talking about a movie that is very dear to my heart. We are going to be talking about a movie called Cries of the Soul. So Cries of the Soul is a 2013 movie written by Matthew Gardner and directed by Daniel Lohman and stars Daniel Lohman, Matt Gardner, Jacob Biddulph, Wesley Mullis, Aaron Meinzen, and Zach. I can't remember his last name right now. Dang it, I'm drawing a blank. And this is a movie that we made. And it's a bad movie. So, picture me, Matt, and Jake. Actually, at this point, still mostly just me and Matt. Me and Matt grew up together in the same neighborhood. We weren't great friends until about 9th grade and middle school. But we did become good friends. And then Jake joined that group. So imagine 9th grade Matt and Daniel, and we just played and loved this game called Kingdom Hearts 2. And we just wanted to do something like that. And Matt came up with this idea called, I can't remember what he called it. It had this working title that in hindsight might have been better than Cries of the Soul, but whatever. And he wanted to make a video game, and he was getting good at like Game Maker and like those free game design toolkit kind of things. But he wanted to write a story for it. So he was telling me about this story, and I got ideas and started spitballing, and then we're like, well, it's hard to make a game. What if we made a movie? So we turned it into a screenplay, and we made this movie. This movie is the longest video I've ever made to date. It is, that we have ever made to date. It is, 76 minutes long? Which I think is longer than the original Dumbo. Yeah. Barely, by like 2 minutes, I think. It's a feature-length movie made by high school students. And the premise of the movie is that this young man, this teenager kid guy, is hanging out with his friend who's kind of his girlfriend, but not really. They have some romantic tension, but nothing crazy. And he has a dream where he opens up this box. It's kind of like a Pandora's box. And then in real life, it opens up. And this box opens up and these demon guys come out. They're all wearing these really cool masks. And they kidnap his girlfriend, and he has to go and fight one of them one by one until he can fight, until he can get her back. Matt's the main character, and he has this companion character who is named Creed, and I played Creed. I was also main camera operator. It's a bad movie, guys, but we had so much fun making this video. So we had paper mache masks that we you put paper mache on like a balloon and let it dry and then pop the balloon and then it's like in that shape, and then we would paint them and cut out eye holes. It was the coolest thing. No, it looks awful. And man, it's a bad movie. But anyway, we like all of these demons, there were like 6 demons or something like that, and they all had these cool bad A names, you know. They all had these cool names, like Michael Teasdale, our friend Michael, played the Gentleman, which was, alright, what am I doing here? Where are we going? Which was like the main bad guy for this video. We ended up, oh wow. Alright. Get wrecked. Noob. Dang. Okay. Alright. So there was the gentleman, there was the farmer, there was the punk, there was the... They all had the something. I'm gonna be honest, it's been even a couple of years since I've watched it. But it like, looking back, there are some obvious, very obvious screenplay issues with it. It's very similar to to movies like so let me back up just a little bit. I have been really interested in this YouTube channel called Folding Ideas. He is a... Oh wow, why am I fat rolling? That might be a little bit why. Oh, I had the bow on still. So, and Folding Ideas several years ago did this series of videos that he dubbed Video Game Movie Month. And then followed by Man Media Movie Month. And he talks about these videos, links in the description by the way, he talks about these movies that are very either based on video games, tangentially connected to video games, or have video game-like attributes. He talks about like Source Code, Gamer, and he talks about the Cranked movies with Jason Statham and how it's more like a video game plot. Thing with like a video game plot, like when you have a movie plot, you know, if you're charting it out like a graph, it's like, all right, so movie starts, inciting incident, everything's going good, you have the false high at the beginning of Act 2, and then down at the midpoint there, at the lowest point, and then back up to the climax, and then resolution, right? And in a video game, they have very similar arcs. But the problem is that every time there's a dip, every time you die, every time the plot goes down, in a video game, that's when you die. That's when your character has died. And that creates this arc in your head, but not so much on the thing, because death in video games, at least most video games, not necessarily Dark Souls of course, but in most video games is it's a failure state, but in terms of the story, it doesn't happen. You just get reset back to the last checkpoint like nothing happened, and you just keep going, right? Like in Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, when he's like, oh well, that didn't happen, here, let me start again, and you go back to the first checkpoint, right? But so like Cranked is like that. But like, so without the deaths, if you have it just playing out like a movie, it's just obstacle after obstacle that the hero overcomes to their beginning thing. And maybe they're a little bit sad in between obstacles, but they never fail. They never have any issues getting to where they're at. Like it's kind of like the meme or the saying like in Dark Souls, where what it must be like to be an NPC in Dark Souls, where you're sitting there, you're mourning the undead curse, and you're mourning that you have this curse, and then this naked guy runs past you, and 30 minutes later the curse is lifted. Cries of the Soul is very much like that. He overcomes these obstacles, he wins. We did have one instance of a failure state kind of a thing where he didn't necessarily lose, but he obviously didn't win. Man, did you see that? Get good, noob. Oh, dang. Dang it. Am I alive? No. Dang, okay. That's fine. It's cool. Yeah. So, in Cries of the Soul, Matt, what was his name in that movie? Can't remember. Matt would go and fight these guys and win. And then everything would just kind of work out. Like, yeah, he was sad because he didn't have his girlfriend, but like, he was still winning, you know? Like, he was still getting there, and like, it was super lore heavy, super expository. It was just, man, it was a bad movie, but we had, again, just so much fun making it because it was ours. It was our baby, for lack of a better term. We spent years writing the script for it. We spent so much time. In high school, you'd sit there and think, oh yeah, like, everybody wants to be an actor, right? Who wouldn't want to be in a movie? And like, our school even had like horror movie contests at Halloween time. Here, I'm going to reset the camera real quick. They would have horror movie contests in like Halloween time, and it was awesome. And so you'd think, yeah, we can get people to be in our movie. It was so hard to find a girl to be in this movie. And, I mean, you got me, Matt, and Jake, you know, like, which Jake played the punk in this movie, I believe. Yes. I don't know what that is. Man, do you see this? Oh, dang it. All right. Okay. No, 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 no. No. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh, man. Whew. If only Hawkeye were here. Do do do. Ba-do-do-do-do. So anyway, not Dark Souls, Cries of the Soul. So if you were to watch this, which you never will, and I won't let you watch this. But if you were, just so happened to watch this. Is that a treasure chest? Is this a mimic? It is not. What do we got? Titanite slab. Huh, cool. It would be incomprehensible. This movie is awful. But it was ours. The music in it is bad and just blatantly stolen from other movies, or we used a lot of music from Apocalyptica because, I mean, it's heavy metal cellos. Like, that's bad A. We're gonna use that, you know? But no, like, it's bad. But we made multiple DVD copies of it. And like we made it and then put it on a DVD. Like, this was legit. And we edited it on Windows Movie Maker. You know, like, we were very low tech. I'm not even going to kind of pretend that we were anything but the lowest of tech. But then we like even did a premiere kind of a thing where like we're gonna premiere this video, and we just had like you know, just kind of our friends there, like the people that were in it and maybe a couple people that weren't. I know my girlfriend at the time, who wasn't in the movie, but she was there, which was awkward because my parents really didn't like her. Ooh, I need to go tell the giant guy. And, I mean, I don't blame him. And, like, so Erin Meinzen at the time was Matt's girlfriend. And that was the only way we could actually get a girl to be in this. We tried every single female at our school that we thought could possibly say yes, and got turned down by all of them. Which sucks, because, like, it wasn't our script that was bad. It was just, we couldn't find anyone that was right for the part, you know? No, our script was just bad. Hello. So the only person that we could possibly get to be in this thing was Matt's girlfriend. And she was very helpful at the time. And man, it was just bad, guys. Like, this was not a very good movie. And it had nothing to do with our low budget. It was that we were so caught up in our own creation that we couldn't fathom it not being good. Does that make sense? But that was kind of our first foray into filmmaking, as it were. Like real filmmaking, narrative films. Oh my gosh, this place is terrifying. I am. Where is it? No, where is it? Firelink Shrine. Alright. We'll go here. You know what? Okay, here's the big question. You know what? That's not a big question. Here's what we're gonna do. You ready? That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for listening to me rant about movies today. I have wanted to share our film for a little bit, but it's kind of hard, you know, because it's my baby. But man, it's dumb. It's bad. The acting is bad. The direction is bad. The lighting is. We credited in the end credits. We credited the lighting department as the sun. Oh man, we had terrible sound. We were using Matt's parents' camcorder for this, digital camcorder. Bad sound, bad acting. Everything was just awful. Though, one of the best scenes involving a Pop-Tart, I would argue, in all of cinema. And with that, I leave you for today. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.